history does not remember the average man. It erases him. What survives in memory are the outliers, the predators, the builders, the men who force the world to bend. And here's the secret no one dares to admit. Those men were not born different. They trained themselves differently. Their nervous systems were programmed for conquest while everyone else was programmed for comfort. The shocking truth? It's not the big decisions that make you rich. It's the smallest, invisible signals you send to your brain every day. These signals are the hidden code. They decide whether 5 years from now you will rise into power or remain invisible, forgotten. Ordinary most men are trapped by a fantasy. They think success is about one big decision, the perfect business idea, the breakthrough deal, the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That is a lie. Biology doesn't work that way. Your nervous system doesn't care about your dreams. It only listens to signals. Microscopic, repetitive actions that you don't even notice. Every time you hit the snooze button, you train your brain to surrender. Every time you scroll mindlessly, you train your brain to submit. Every time you chase distraction, you train your brain to accept weakness. And the tragedy is this: men confuse their words with their wiring. They say they want wealth, power, freedom. But the signals they send their nervous system whisper something else: delay, comfort, obedience. Evolution is merciless. It punishes the man who signals weakness. It always has. And modern men? They have forgotten this law. They live sedated, believing comfort is harmless. But comfort is not harmless. Comfort is corrosive. And while they sleepwalk through life, their nervous system quietly carves the truth into stone. This is who you are. Small. Safe. Forgettable. Here's the truth most men will never hear. Your brain does not think in isolated moments. It thinks in patterns. Clusters of signals. Ecosystems of behavior. Watch closely. The wake ritual. Do you rise with precision, or snooze like prey avoiding the hunt? That one signal tells your nervous system whether today is conquest or surrender. The focus ritual. Do you seize control of your dopamine, or do you let algorithms enslave it? Each distraction is not harmless. It strengthens the circuit of weakness. The wealth ritual. Do you invest daily in knowledge, in networks, in building assets? Or do you passively consume, fattened like livestock waiting for slaughter? These signals don't exist alone. They cluster. They reinforce one another. And once repeated, they carve deep neural pathways inside your basal ganglia, the ancient machinery of habit. That's why missing one ritual doesn't just cost you a day, it sends a biological message. Failure is acceptable. And every time you repeat that message, your nervous system hard-codes it as identity. Most men never see this. They think they control their habits. But in reality, their habits are programming them. Ignore the clusters, and you lock yourself into mediocrity. Master them, and you awaken a different beast. 5 years of aligned patterns, and your nervous system itself becomes addicted to progress, addicted to wealth, addicted to power. Biology is ruthless, but it is predictable. The nervous system follows a formula. Once you understand it, you can weaponize it. The key is dopamine. Misuse it, and your drive collapses. Waste it on cheap stimulation, endless scrolling, pornography, fast pleasure, and your brain learns that weakness is the reward. But redirect it into progress, into building, into conquest, and your brain itself becomes addicted to power. Here is the forbidden formula. Signal repetition pathway identity. Every choice is a signal. Repetition carves a pathway. Pathways become automatic. And the automatic becomes identity. 5 years of wasted signals, and you hardwire failure. 5 years of aligned signals, and you rewire into a predator. A man addicted not to distraction, but to growth itself. This is why average men never escape. They keep feeding the wrong formula. They leak their energy into comfort. They send signals of weakness until weakness becomes who they are. But the man who learns the secret gains the ultimate advantage. He can design himself, engineer his own dominance. and turn his nervous system into an ally instead of an enemy. Now you stand at the crossroads. One path is the default: blindness. You keep leaking signals of weakness, you keep feeding the circuits of mediocrity, and 5 years from now, you will still be the same man, broke, distracted, forgettable. The other path is rare. It requires awareness. It requires discipline. It requires you to weaponize every signal, to reprogram your nervous system like a machine, until success is no longer effort, but instinct. This is not motivation. This is not hype. This is engineering, the science of becoming the man evolution intended but society tried to suppress. But knowledge without action is poison, and hesitation is the fastest way to lose. So act now. Subscribe. Step into the circle of men who refuse sedation. Men who bend psychology, biology, and strategy into weapons for power. Because the man who acts gains leverage. The man who waits has already surrendered.